millionaire. I'm a young money millionaire, tougher than Nigerian hair.
Okay, it's to me. You're still there? Great. I've waited so long, I'm nervous for the first time in my life. A spider is moving in his web when he hears a peculiar buzz. Buzz. Ain't that peculiar? The buzz becomes louder, buzz, and the buzz becomes deafening. And the spider thinks, this is going to be the biggest fly I ever caught in my entire life. How was he supposed to know it was a vacuum cleaner? And with a dazzling speed, the spider is sucked into the back of the vacuum cleaner, the dust bag. For dust thou art, and to dust thou returneth. The spider wipes the dust from his eyes, breathes firmly, coughs thoroughly, and starts looking for the exit. By touch, he stumbles, he bangs his head, he falls, he picks himself up and walks on. And all of a sudden, he finds himself in a tube, surrounded with a vague memory of fresh air and a small glimmer of light. Light, which reminds him of spinning webs and catching flies. He increases his speed and the light becomes brighter. And the air becomes fresher. Instinctively, he starts running and the light becomes even brighter and the air becomes even fresher. And then suddenly he realizes this must be the way out. He spurts, and when he is almost there, blinded by the light, he hears a deafening click. And with a dazzling speed, he is sucked back into the dust bag again. For dust thou art, and to dust thou returnest. And although he is in the same position as the day before, there's a slight difference. The awareness of the way out. From now on, he has a goal based on hope that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And with renewed strength and spirit, he walks into the tunnel, he runs, he spurts, and when he is almost there, click! And he is sucked back into the dust bag. For dust thou art, and to dust thou returneth. After a week of this routine, being sucked back into the dust bag again, he feels suddenly the shocking horror of something alive beside him. A spider. A female spider. A spideress. In Dutch we say spinet. And he touches her. And she responds with a hysterical scream. Don't worry, he hears himself say. Trust me. Why should I trust you? She responds firmly. Because I know the way out. Then why are you still here? I won't follow you. This all sounds like the origin of feminism. And after a few moments of diplomatic negotiation, they walk next to each other, hand in hand, towards the light at the end of the tunnel, where they can spin webs and catch flies. And at the end of the day, when they are sucked back into the dust bag, before they go to sleep, they kiss each other tenderly, thinking of tomorrow, when they might find their way out. But one day, there is an eruption of sound, It seems that the whole world is shaking. Blinding light falls into the dust bag that is smashed against the wall several times. Both spiders grip in panic the sides of the dust bag. And in a matter of seconds, the dust bag is closed again. Both spiders hug each other, relieved that they can breathe freely. Most dust has disappeared, and there is room for everyone, so they decide to start a family. Years pass by, and they're walking with their many children into the tube. Mother is caring, father is daring, and the children are wearing onwards to the end of the tunnel where they can spin webs and catch flies. And every evening before they go to sleep, father counts his children and tells a story about an eruption of sound when it seems that the whole world is shaking and blinding lights fall into a dust bag that is smashed repeatedly against the wall. And how they survived by gripping the sides of the dust bag and held on for dear life. And he warns his children, whenever this happens again, all is asked for their ability to hold on. For if not, they will all go to hell. And the little spiders fall on their knees and pray, begging for the strength to hold on. And then one day, again, there is this eruption of sound, and it seems that the whole world is shaking. And blinding light falls into the dust bag that is smashed several times against the wall. And a sucked up hair tickles underneath the armpit of one of the little spiders. It makes him laugh. And in his weakness, the little spider, let's call him Harry, Harry can't hold on and falls into the light of fright, disappears into hell. And before they go to sleep, father counts his children. And before they go to sleep, father counts his children. He misses one and asks, "Where is Harry?" And the children tell what happened. They tell about the weakness, the laughter, and the fall. And the father says, let it be a lesson to all of you. Never laugh, otherwise you will go to hell. You will go to hell. You too. Days go by. And one evening before they go to sleep, father counts his children, and to his surprise, he finds out that Harry is back. And father asks, "What are you doing here?" "I'm sucked up again." "But you're supposed to be in hell." "There is no hell out there. The light of hell is the same light as the light at the end of the tunnel. We're living in a dust bag. All we got to do is release and let it go. And then we float into the light where we can spin webs and catch flies." And the father puts a hand on Harry's mouth and screams in anger, "Don't listen to him. It's a lie. It's lies. These are cheap Eastern philosophies. If we all start thinking like this, we never will reach the end of the tunnel." And yet it's true, the little spider persists. "Are you sure?" his father asks. "Yeah, definitely sure." "Then I will take care that you can't hold on the next time." And he bites off all the legs of Harry, the little spider. And after a couple of weeks, there's another eruption of sound, and it seems the whole world is shaking. Blinding light falls into the dust bag that is smashed repeatedly against the wall. And that poor little spider Harry has no legs to hold on. And for the second time, he disappears into what some people say is hell. But again, Harry, the little legless spider, is sucked up. and says, and yet it's true, there is no hell. The old man is victim of tunnel vision. And the father blames himself. Stupid! I should have bitten off his tongue in the first place. And in a fit of democratic populism, he asks his children to raise their legs if they think their little brother is right, which they all do, for the last time, leaving their father no other option than biting them all off. So when a week later, there is another eruption of sound, and it seems that the whole world is shaking, and blinding light falls into the dust bag, which is smashed repeatedly against the wall. All the little spiders can't hold on, and they all float into the light, where you can spin webs and catch flies, if you had any legs to do so. And in the dust bag of the vacuum cleaner, convicted of having done the best he could to raise his children, remains the old conservative father. For dust thou art, and to dust thou returneth. Thank you.